guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Serena. You can go ahead and check out any of my previous videos to get to know a little bit more about me and what this channel is about as well. So my thing is that I do a story time at the end of every month, so that will probably be like the only thing that's consistent on my channel. Everything else is like a bunch of random stuff, and then at the end of the month we get a story time. So as you can tell from the title of this video, this is not exactly an exciting story time. I'm going to be talking about something that happened about 4 years ago now, about 4 and a bit years ago. And now I'm comfortable enough to talk about it. And throughout this, you'll see me probably smiling, laughing, whatever, but the experience was by no means funny. And a lot of people go through this on a daily basis. And some people, the end result is a lot worse. Some people end up losing their lives. So this is not a laughing matter. People just need to just wake up and stop being so weird. Jeez, why are you being weird to me? See, one thing about me, I'm always gonna bring up memes and make jokes because that's just my personality. Yeah, so let's get into this video, shall we?
Baby, serving face, period.
This whole experience, yeah. It was something that it was literally unavoidable, and I did everything possible to, you know, just be realistic about the whole situation. So let me start from the beginning. So this was summer 2017. I just found out that, you know, I was going to be starting my apprenticeship and be earning money. My apprenticeship placement would have been my first proper job, so I was really excited. I had a phone because everybody has a phone, and I had an iPhone. And as we've all discovered now, that when Apple releases or is getting ready to release a new model, they slow down the older models. So obviously, like I said, this would be my first proper job, so I haven't actually started earning money yet. So I did not have the latest of anything. So I had, I think it was an iPhone 5S. Yeah. So out of nowhere, my phone started bugging, right? Like it would overheat. I know, like that summer, I think it was hot anyway, but it was like whenever it's hot, you know, you try to minimize how often you use the phone, make sure you don't leave it in direct sunlight, whatever. So I did all of that. My phone started overheating. It would turn off by itself, or if I tried to turn it off, like it would go off and then it would just like decide not to come back on again. Or when it did come on, it would have those colorful lines, you know, that no signal thing. Yeah, it would have that on it. So it kept doing that for a while. Some days it would be fine, and then other days it would just bug out, and I was just like, I don't want to deal with this. And it was within the warranty period, so I didn't have to go to a phone shop to pay to get it fixed. I could just take it to the Apple store. So because of where I live in South, the closest Apple store is in Bromley. And I've been to Bromley multiple times. It's a place that I was like quite familiar with and comfortable with going to. So this one particular day, my phone decided to trip out again, but I think I already had an appointment booked anyways. But yeah, on the day of my appointment, my phone was just doing madness. So I was just like, it's a good thing I booked this appointment so I can go today. So I can't remember what time I booked it for, but it's probably like in the afternoon. And it was pretty straightforward journey. Like I said, I've been to Bromley before. It's not a trek from where I live, and it wasn't a complicated journey, and times I've been there, it's been fine. So anyways, I was on the bus I think it was the 119, if I remember correctly, that would take me, to the town center where I needed to go. And as usual, I'm sitting there minding my business. I look as unapproachable as ever because people that know me know that, especially when I'm out in public or if I'm just concentrating on anything, my face is just like, I don't have a friendly, approachable, welcoming face. I just don't. And most of the time I'm listening to music. So I think maybe my phone was holding up to the point where I could listen to music. I honestly don't remember. Anyways, I'm on the bus minding my business, as I always do. And we're approaching the town center. And this guy, like, I can't remember if he was sitting in front of me. He might have been, or behind me. Whatever. And then he goes to me, like, he touches me to get my attention. And I'm just like, hello, can I help you? And he was just like, oh, are you so-and-so? And I'm just like, no. And that's like one of the oldest pickup lines in the book. Oh, don't I know you from somewhere, blah, blah, blah. So it's just like, no, I'm not who you think I am. And he went on to telling a story about the person that he thought I was. He was talking about how he knew them and whatever. And I'm just like, cool story, bro, but I'm not that person. So we can just end this conversation right here. So I was then getting off of the bus and he was getting off with me. Because I think as part of his story of telling me about the person he thought I was, they're talking about them being from Jamaica, whatever, something. So I was just like, oh, okay, I get that, but not really. But I'm just like, yeah, I am from Jamaica, but I'm not that person. So I was going about my business to go inside the shopping center to go to the Apple store. And he was like, oh, where are you heading? So I don't think I said specifically where I was going because he's a stranger danger. Like, when people approach me in public, I will try to be as polite and friendly as possible, but I'm not going to give you too much information because obviously I don't know you. And he said that he was going to his niece's birthday party or something like that. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Then he starts to go in the same general direction that I'm going in, to go to the shopping center. So I'm not really going to say anything because I don't know what bus this guy is going to catch. I don't know where his bus stop is. So at that moment, it was nothing fishy. It was just like, okay, I'm going in the same general direction. Then he proceeds to go inside the shopping center and I'm just like, okay. Anyways, I'm going about my business. So I'm walking like normal pace, that's how I walk when I'm by myself, because me and this guy, we're not together, we're not friends. So I'm just walking away and he's there like trying to catch up to me and have conversation and whatever. And I'm just like, what's going on here? Because I've literally given you nothing to go on for you to think that I'm now inviting you to follow me wherever I'm going, and you've clearly said that you have somewhere to be. So we're going to the store. Like I said, I'm literally just ignoring this guy at this point because I'm just like, we're not here to do business together. This is weird. Why are you still continuing the conversation? So yeah, I'm in the Apple store doing my business, whatever, telling them what's up with the phone, yada yada yada. So they took the phone to run diagnostics on it. And while I'm waiting, this guy's lingering and he's still trying to talk to me. So I'm trying to just, get him off my back. See, I'm not a confrontational person. I don't like to cause a scene and create drama and whatever. And I don't lie. Okay, I can't, well, what I'm about to say next is kind of contradictory, but it's just like, I don't lie unnecessarily. So he asked me my name. I feel like rule number one with girls in general, if you're out in public with a strange guy trying to be all up in your business and they ask your name, you're going to give a fake name. Like, that's just a given. You're not going to give out your full government name to a strange man unless I don't know, some people do that, but no. So I definitely lied about what my name was. I can't remember what I said, but I know I didn't give my government name. And he was asking what kind of work do I do and stuff like that. So once again, I'm trying to tell him things so that it's like, if you're weird and if you're up to anything weird, this will definitely deter you. So like I said, I got my apprenticeship. I won't say for where, although I don't work there anymore, so it's not a big deal. But it was a government department and they did deal with like prosecuting people. So I was just like, yeah, I work for the government. This is what we do or whatever. Although I wasn't working in that specific avenue, like the prosecuting part, because I wasn't trying to be a lawyer or anything like that. But I dressed it up in a way where it's like, yeah, I could snake you out and you could go to jail, basically. So he was still lingering, and I'm just, in my head, I'm just like, what is it actually going to take for this guy to go away? And I'm pretty sure I asked him, like, don't you have somewhere to be? And I was just ignoring him. Like, I was just dealing with my business, and he was lingering around. And at one point I thought, okay, he's going to leave. No, he did not leave. So anyways, these people ran diagnostics on my phone and said there was nothing wrong with my phone and that I had no viruses or whatever. So I'm just like, but it's been bugging out, so there was the problem. Obviously Apple is a problem, but they're not going to say that. So I'm now leaving because they're just like, your phone is fine, so they gave it back to me. And this was nobody else but God, okay? Nobody can tell me anything differently, because it's a good thing I didn't just take their word for it, put the phone in my pocket, and then proceed to go back home. So as I'm walking out the store, I'm turning my phone back on and it starts tripping out again. And it's just like, imagine if I had just kept the phone and left to go home, and then this weird guy was following me wherever I was going, and then I end up cornered somewhere. I don't know, or I get snatched. I can't call for help because this stupid phone was bugging out. So literally, as soon as I walked out the store, checked it, started bugging out, I had to turn back. And I went back to them and I had proof. I was just like, see? I wasn't making this all up. This wasn't all in my head. Like, there's something wrong with this phone. So they took it again. And once again, this guy was lingering. And I was trying to explain to one of the ladies that worked there, you know, the situation. And I was also trying to signal to her, like, I do not know this man. But it was so crowded. Like I said, I don't like to make a scene, and I don't know, like, when people are being weird, I don't know how far they're going to go. I don't know if they're gonna turn violent. So I don't want to just air them out in front of everybody and then they switch, because you know, people be crazy and unpredictable. So I just try to play things as calm as possible and not give an inclination that I'm actually like starting to get worried. So I'm trying to talk to this guy, and this guy was literally like, he was acting as if we were friends. And I'm thinking, how do I get rid of this man without causing a scene and whatever? So anyways, they were trying to sort out my phone. They realized there was actually something wrong with it. And they tried to make me leave without a phone. I was just like, I cannot leave without a phone. I need it for work. Didn't really need it for work. So when I said that, they were just like, okay, cool, we'll work on getting you a replacement. So they got me a replacement phone, but I needed to charge it up and log into my iCloud and everything before I left, just to make sure that everything was okay and that I was going home with a working phone. While I was doing all that and charging up the phone and downloading stuff, I was messaging my friend and one of my guy friends, and I was telling him like, yo, there's this weird dude that's been following me since I've come off the bus. I can't seem to shake him. I'm trying to ignore him. I'm trying to slyly communicate with this girl to be like, yeah, I don't know this man, but I can't get rid of him. And I'm just like, at first, actually, it was never funny. It was never, I was gonna say at first it was funny, but it was just never funny. So I was just trying to play it cool. And then he then went and told his dad about the situation. His dad was kind of like, my dad is dad at the time. So yeah, he told his dad about the situation. And then he was talking to his dad or whatever. And then I thought, okay, I really need to shake this guy, because the phone was up and running now and I wanted to go home. And I wasn't going to sit around in this store until everybody left or anything like that. So it's just like, how do I shake this guy? Where can I go that he cannot follow me? So I thought, oh yeah, bathroom. Because if you follow me to the bathroom, then you're definitely a weirdo. And I'm definitely going to start screaming. And I literally speed walk. Did I even tell him I was going to the bathroom? I don't remember if I did actually mention it. But anyways, I started speed walking away to go to the toilets. I think the toilets were upstairs from the Apple store. So yeah, I went in there, and then as soon as I got in there, I literally started shaking. I was like, what on earth? What the hell? Why is this guy following me around? Why is he acting like we're friends? I can't shake him. He said he had somewhere to be. But because I've been here for so long, the sun is going down. Whatever niece you had, it's like she would have lived her life and be born again at this point. The rate at which you're lingering, what birthday party? What niece? You just make that up. So I'm in the bathroom now, and then my friend's dad must have called me, and I explained the situation to him, and he was like, call the police. I was like, what do you mean call the police? He's like, call the police. I'm just like, in my head, I'm thinking is it really that deep? Do I really need to call the police? But then I'm just like, but if I want to get out of here safely and go home, and I can't seem to shake this guy, and I've tried everything passively, and I've made it clear that I'm not interested in whatever it is he has to offer. I'm not who we thought I was in the beginning. I was just here to go about my business. I feel like I probably even lied about my age and said I was younger than I was. Or maybe did I say I was older? Whichever. Either I said younger or older in the hopes that that would also turn him away. But no, because at that, I swear he was a grown man, and he was probably in his mid to late 20s or something like that. Can't remember what job he said he did, but that was probably a lie anyway. So I'm in the toilet and I'm shaking. I'm just like, I have never in my life had to call the police before. And I then started to minimize the situation, and I'm just like, maybe it's not as serious as we think it is. Maybe it's fine. Maybe the police are gonna think that I'm wasting their time. So I called. I remember it was a female operator that picked up. And then when she picked up, my heart started racing. And I was explaining the situation to her. And once again, I was also trying to even minimize. I was just like, I never thought about calling you guys, but I spoke to my friend's dad and he said to call the police. So I'm calling the police. I don't know what else to do. This may not be a big deal, but I just don't feel safe at this moment. This guy's being really weird. Why is he following me around? I don't understand. He's getting way too close for comfort. And she was like, okay, I'm going to radio in, and they dispatch whatever. And I didn't even know that security guards have a channel where they can communicate with the police. I mean, it makes sense, but at that time I didn't really know that was a thing. So she was just like, I'm also gonna alert the security guards at the shopping center, to make them aware of the situation so that they could come and get you. And I'm just there like, is this my life? I come here to get my phone fixed, and I just have this random grown ass man just following me around, lingering. I can't seem to shake him. I couldn't, when I say this guy was literally hitched up next to me, And like I said, I'm not trying to cause a scene, because what if I cause a scene and just pull out something and shank me? That's how close he was to me. So that's why I was trying to go about this the most quiet way possible. And people I tried to, like, he was just there. He's just an annoying fly. And so that's why I started to, you know, feel a little bit more anxious about the situation. So I was in toilets. It was getting late. People were in there. People were leaving there. Then the security guards. Well, there was 2 security guards. They were quite big guys, but they were really friendly. They were really lovely, and they came and they knew my name because obviously I told the operator what my name was, so they would know to, you know, come and say, yeah, we're here for you. And then came in, and I was explaining the situation to them, and then obviously the operator got them up to speed as well, and they were like really nice, and like, so they helped me calm down so much. And I was like, is he still out there? Because I know for a fact this guy would have come, although I walked away, I know for a fact this guy would have come up. And they were just like, while we were coming in, we did see a guy, like I described the guy to him, and they were just like, while we were coming in here just now, there was a guy that was waiting, because it was like it's kind of like a banister type of thing, or I don't know what other word to use, a railing or something, whatever, but he was there and he was like leaning over it, obviously waiting. And I'm just like, why is this guy waiting for so, because I was in there for so long, did he think I was constipated or something? What, do you not know to just leave? But he didn't leave until he saw the security guards coming in. So then he was probably like, I'm being weird, why is there security guards coming in here? And the place got really quiet, so he never saw me come out. So maybe he put 2 and 2 together, I don't know. But by the time we came out, he was gone. So they were like, he's definitely a dodgy character, because if he was just being a genuinely nice person or whatever, he would have still stuck around. But as soon as he saw security guards, he probably thought, oh, I'm in trouble now, so I have to bounce. So they took me outside, and there was a squad car outside, and then I was just like, is this really real? Like, is this really how? Still, I was just like, is this my life? And once again, I had to give them my statement or whatever, describe the guy. And I was just like, that in that moment, then I was like, am I stupid? And I'm saying, because it was a female officer and a male officer, and I was saying to them, like, people probably thought that he was my friend because of how close he was to me and how he was like trying to interact with me as if we knew each other. So it's just like, if you were to literally go to the Apple store and interview any of the employees, if something was to happen to me, they probably would have thought, oh, we didn't think anything was up because she seemed fine, I thought they were friends or whatever. So I was just like, am I actually stupid? Should I have been more dramatic? But I did not know what this guy was capable of, so how am I gonna be dramatic in this big Apple store in public? I don't know. But this is what I was explaining to the officer, and she was just like, it's fine, you did the right thing, your friend's dad gave you good advice, it's right that you called us, especially the fact that you didn't feel safe and that he was hanging around for so long and you couldn't shake him, and his story didn't add up because obviously he said he had somewhere to be, but you're just hanging around for hours, because I was there for time for them to find out what was wrong with the phone and to give me a new phone and for that to charge and stuff like that. And then they asked me where I lived, how am I gonna get home? So I told them I got a bus here, so I was just gonna get a bus back. And when I told them where I lived, they were just like, oh no, that's too far. What if he's still hanging around? It's better if we drop you home. So I'm just like, so now I'm gonna get dropped home by the popo. Where did I get myself into? That's literally what I was thinking. So what did I get myself into? Is this really my life? Is this really happening to me? But yeah, like I said, they were really supportive. I was the one that was minimizing what I was going through. But it's like literally everybody else that I explained it to my friend's dad, to the operator, to the security guard, to the police officers, they were like, you did the right thing. That does sound like really dodgy. But to me, I thought I was probably like, I don't know, like overcomplicating the situation, but I really wasn't. Like, it was actually just a mad situation to be in. Like, I had like, I don't even know what else to say. So anyways, the story does not end there. Got a little bit crazier. So basically, like I said, gave them my statement or whatever. They were just like, yeah, we need to check it out, because I did not know this man's name. Up till this time, he's trying to find out so much about me. I didn't know this man's name, but I didn't think to ask him his name because, like I said, I didn't want to give any inclination. Like, I was interested. So I just didn't ask because I just wanted him to leave. You know, normal people, when they ask you things and you don't really respond, they take a hint and they bounce. Not him. So they, based on how I tried to describe him, plus they were gonna check CCTV camera or whatever, they were just like, yo, we need to check it out in case, you know, in case he's a sex offender, in case he's a predator, like, we don't know, so we need to check that out. So then got in their squad car and they were dropping me home, and on the way home they got a call for, I think it was like for a domestic or something, yeah, but it was like a serious domestic. You know, people have their beef with the police or whatever, but in this moment it was like I felt safe, I felt protected by the police, because although they got that call while dropping me home, it wasn't a case of, okay, we're gonna let you out at the nearest bus stop, hopefully this dude won't be around and then you can continue to make your way home, or call an Uber or a taxi or something. No, they got the call, they were just like, okay, we got the call, we're dropping you home, we're just gonna turn on the blue lights and the sirens and we are going to do like 100 to get you out of here and get you home. And that's what they did. They turned on the blue lights, the sirens, whatever. They were speeding, and I think at that time I think I had Snapchat, but that's the thing, because it was such a traumatizing experience, I did not say. I think I saved it to memories for a little while and then I just deleted it, because you know, every year Snapchat reminds you. I was just like, I did not want to be reminded of this experience. They dropped me home right to my door, but literally as soon as I came out and shut the door, they had to speed off, and I respected them for that. My mum was confused because I can't even remember if I properly updated her throughout everything, or she knows, she was just like, why is the police outside? And then I had to explain it to her. She knew half of what was going on, but sometimes I really just I couldn't like proper like say exactly what was happening. So then, like, after that experience, I was scared to go outside. I did not want to go outside by myself at all. Like, the very next day I had to go out. I think I had to go to post or something. I didn't want to go out. I had to call, and my mum was at work and so was my sister. So I had to call one of my friends and get them to like stay on the phone with me while I went about my business. And I was looking all around me, like I was so anxious, like so anxious. It was not a nice feeling at all, like literally having to look over your shoulder every step that you take. And when I had time to deep everything, like, and relive the moment, I was just like, you know what, that is mad. And I'm convinced God was on my side, because there are things that could have gone worse, like I said with the phone situation, or if I just didn't think to go to the toilet, if I didn't tell my friend about what was happening, and if he didn't tell his dad, because if his dad didn't say to call the police, I wouldn't have called the police. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I could have been going home with a dead phone. This guy could have snatched me. This guy could have done whatever with me. I feel like a couple, was it a year or maybe 2 afterwards, I remember I was getting off the bus in my ends from work, and I know it was the same guy because you know people look alike, but the feeling that I got in my stomach, you know, when your stomach sinks. Like, I glanced at him for a brief moment and I knew it was the same guy. And I feel like he slightly recognized me as well. But as soon as I clocked it was him, like I said, I didn't react. I do not show my emotions. I did not react. I just kept walking and I was just like, no way, are you actually kidding me? What are the odds? But I could see like in the corner of my eye that he kind of like double glanced me because he's probably wondering if I was the same person. So I was just speed walking. I was just like, I'm not looking back, and that was it. So he was still out and about. Even if it wasn't his intention to harm me, his actions definitely made me feel very uncomfortable. I suppose the fact that I was so young and I was out by myself and he was encroaching on my personal space and clearly lying about things and asking way too many questions about me, and didn't care that I was younger than him. So yeah, guys, that was my story of how I got stalked in Bromley. And it could have been worse, I know, because sadly for some people these situations happen, but like happen late at night, dark, no people around, no one to call, phone batteries dead, all of that, and then they end up getting raped or kidnapped or even worse. So I was blessed the fact that I am here to tell the tale, and that it could have been worse, but it wasn't worse. I was grateful for how supportive everybody in that situation was, although I was still thinking that maybe it wasn't that big of a deal. But then explaining the situation to people, they were just like, no, that is serious and you did the right thing. If at any point in time you feel unsafe, you feel threatened, you feel uncomfortable, try your best to get out of that situation. Tell somebody, let them know where you are, exactly what you're going through. If you have to call the police, call the police. If there's no police around, go speak to a security guard. If you are able to get away from the person, get away from the person and alert other people that can help you. And if not, just scream and fight for your life, because it's a cold world out there. These people are sick and they will try the nice approach and, you know, the age old, oh, haven't I seen you somewhere before type of thing, and try and make it seem like they want to be your friend and stuff. Like, literally just beware and be careful, because people are crazy. And I don't want people commenting on this and be like, oh, that wasn't that bad, I've been through worse, blah 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 blah. That's you, okay? That is you. And this is not a competition. If people feel unsafe and uncomfortable, they feel unsafe and uncomfortable. Somebody, whoever it is that goes through that, they know how they feel, and it's not your job to try and invalidate their feelings. Be careful out there, okay? Be careful, even in broad daylight, because this happened in broad daylight with people around, with CCTV and all these things. So how much more so at night or in the wee hours of the morning? So just be careful, guys. It did give me anxiety for a very long time. In fact, that is probably what triggered my anxiety that I struggled with for a long time, and I've only just been able to get it under control. I used to be really self-conscious when people look at me and stuff like that. But yeah, this is what my third story time. You guys can go and check out the other ones. The one before this was about my solo holiday, and the one before that was about when I migrated to the UK. So yeah, and you can go and check out all my other videos as well. I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. If you would like to share this video with anybody else, feel free to do so. leave a comment down below. And until the next time, stay black. Stay blessed. I hope you guys can see my little pop in the background. She's sleeping. I'm not gonna wake her. I'll probably join her because I'm tired. But yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one.